It's James Pond. We're going to play James Pond again. Isn't that so exciting? But we're going to play on the Super Nintendo tonight. I can't believe it. I've never played this version. I've always been saying that I should play it and see how it is. But we're going to play it tonight and we're going to see what the differences are. So there we go. Tonight's game is James Pond. Super James Pond, in fact. And let's just update the stream. What else could it have been? SNES James Pond. Yeah, I know, right? I've never played this. We literally played James Pond on the Mega Drive yesterday, so I am being a bit of a dickhead. But hey ho, he's adorable, right? How's the sound? Is it loud enough for you? Or should it be louder? Don't know of any other SNES games that came out in 1993, so this could be the only one. To be honest, I don't know. I had to check what year it came out. Theme sound to you, does it sound right? It sounds very wrong. I don't like it. It's got no oomph. I might turn it up. What do you reckon? Do you think it's loud enough for you? I can turn it up for myself independently, so... Oh, just the audio is weird. It's in kind of odd stereo as well. I'm not sure I'm very keen. Ooh. Sounds good. We can go louder. I'm going to restart the game though. I just wanted to start on that screen because I'm stupid like that. You actually like this arrangement more? It's blasphemous. Get out, you're banned. See you. How dare you? It's clearly not better here. I like this font though. In fact, actually, this splash screen, is that not similar to the one that was on the Japanese one that we looked at yesterday on the Mega Drive? I think I'm going to turn it up ever so slightly. Let me know if this is too loud and I'll turn it back down again. It's a bit awkward with Super Nintendo, like I've got to do the whole capture card and do that. How's that? I have turned it up a smidge. Okay. Well, this is kind of pretty though. Ooh, is anybody listening with headphones? The stereo on this is really weird. It's like, ooh, it's like proper going like left to right to left to right. It's really trippy. Very relaxing. Anyway, we'll get on with it, shall we? I'm wondering if this is going to be more difficult or not. I've never played this version, so we'll have to see. I'm very familiar with the Mega Drive one, but we'll find out, eh? Oh, see, I don't like that sound already. You need to have the like. I used to say it sounds like he's going like jiffy 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 whenever he picks stuff up on the Mega Drive one, but I do not know. It seems slightly stretched as well, but it might just be the wrong aspect ratio on my original hardware. But, boing. Excuse me? Oh, that was the secret door. I was looking for it. Oh. Do, 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 do. It's just, it's too like plinky plonky for me, this music. I don't like the fact that they're doing it in one side of the speaker as well. Wait, what? That's the finished level music, not the start the level music. Oh god. The graphics are nice though. Seem a bit chunkier. Oh. What's that pathetic noise? Pop, pop, pop? Where's the? You need a proper like bang that's on the Mega Drive. That's so weak. Nah, biased. Oh, the plinky plonky. No. Ooh, what's that death sound? Let's just start again. I'm pissing away lives already. Let's just go from the beginning. I don't like the plinky plonky. Bop, bop, bop. Even his jump kind of just annoys me. It sounds like a wet spring. There seems to also be a very slow delay, like it's loading the other screens and stuff. Hey Critical, how are you? Sound effects are much worse. It's very strange that they play the finished level jingle at the start. This is also not the correct music for this stage in the Mega Drive version. It should be the do 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 do, I think, for this. This is the bear music. It feels also, it feels rather blasphemous for me to be playing this on a Super Nintendo controller. It's like, it feels like playing Sonic on a Super Nintendo controller. It just feels weird. It feels naughty. Even though James Bond is not specifically Mega Drive, but I strongly associate it with the Mega Drive. But, you know, it's kind of an Amiga game that was ported on everything. It doesn't really have a hugely strong identity anyway. Whoa, that was a bit of slowdown there. Okay, Super Nintendo, are you okay? Oh shit, we're dead. Oh, just got away with that. Back up! I wonder if they've improved the hitboxes on this version. Oh, that slowdown. Can't handle two enemies exploding at the same time. What's your problem? Or is it just, or is it intentional to look like fancy? It says there's a decent copy of Sonic. Well, that horrible like Speedy Gonzales ROM hack. It's so creepy. Ooh. Well, this is different. The background's wrong, and the sweets at the bottom. Oh! Good old slow down. Ooh. These instrument choices. It's not bad though. It's not bad. It's just. It's not my cup of tea. No. I don't know why they've used these sweets. I'm trying to remember what it was on the other version now. I literally played it last night. Max the blast processing. As long as we're having a blast though, it's all that matters. It is Queen. Oh, it's quite pretty that. Oh, is that an extra life? They've used the head again. This is also the American version. It actually has a completely separate ROM for PAL. I don't know if that's just how the Super Nintendo works, because the Mega Drive is a universal ROM and it will just run in 50Hz or 60Hz. But for the Super Nintendo, it does actually have a separate ROM file. And I'm wondering if that went off very quickly. Ooh, this is fast though, just like the Mega Drive. I'm wondering if it would be better at 50Hz, but I don't know how to play Super Nintendo games at 50Hz, so we're stuck with 60 here. That might be why this is feeling rather fast, actually. They are licorice all sorts, yeah. I don't know why there's a piece of chocolate. These sounds are so shit. Mega Drive's proper like dun dun kind of thing. This is so weak. What is that rubbish noise? Bum, bum, bum. This also came out considerably later, which probably it might have something, because I feel like a lot of Americans probably played James Bond on the Super Nintendo first. I could be wrong here, but I wonder if that's to do with some of its... Oh, we don't have that glove item, I think, on the Mega Drive. Might be to do with some of its less favoured views, but no oomph to them, no. No va-va-voom. But I also wonder if it's... Because this came out 2 years later, it would feel dated in 1993 compared to when it came out originally on the Mega Drive and Amiga in 1991. So, you know, 2 years does matter. I mean, I still probably would have enjoyed this in 1993, but I imagine, you know, what, in 1993, haven't we got stuff like Secret of Manners out at this point? And Super Mario World's been out already for ages. Super Mario, well, don't even know what else would be out by that point in 1993 on the Super Nintendo, but just a lot. Try it again. I hated licorice when I was a kid. I'd eat some of the licorice all sorts though, but not just licorice. Doopy 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 boo. Ooh, that's a different item, that tyre. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey Dimitri, how are you? No Mega Drive today. Ah. Bum bum bum. Oh, there's a Santa. That's new as well. Oops. Up up up. Oh, see, there's his head thing again. In the original, I believe the Amiga's exactly the same as well. His extra lives are like yellow anks. Also, his health thing is different too. He's holding those little red pellets. They're green. Bop, bop, bop. One reason I want to play this too, though, is I've always wondered if one of the reasons that the game is so unpopular is because most people played the Super Nintendo version. So I wanted to see if it was considerably worse, but so far it's pretty much the same. It's just audio and some graphical differences. The backgrounds are... ooh! Well, I was about to say the backgrounds aren't very interesting, but this one's actually quite funky. Look at that. It's like different layers at the back. I quite like that background. But I do think they're a little bit less inspired. Oh, hello, slow down. Look at that, that's not good. You do get ever so slight slowdown, I think, on the Mega Drive when there's too many birds and you're doing that, but yeah. The next stream, it will be January, yes. It will probably be middle of January, because I will be back from the UK around the week of January 11th-ish, and then I'll be very tired and jet lagged, so it usually takes me a week or two to get back on my feet properly. Sometimes I'm an insomniac though and I end up streaming because I can't sleep, but we'll see. I probably won't be back full swing until the end of January. I'll be just hitting about, playing some casual games, might do a bit of Kingdom Come Deliverance again in the new year. Are there penguin bars in this one, I wonder? I don't think so. Bup, bup, bup. I'm going back to the UK, yes. Ah! Is that... Can we not look down on here then? Maybe not. Buttons don't do anything. At least, unlike the Mega Drive though, pausing the game doesn't actually stop the audio. is kind of cool. I mean, I don't mind pausing, stopping the audio, actually. What I mean is, on the Mega Drive, it makes the audio begin the loop all over again, which has always kind of annoyed me in pausing. It's kind of a stupid nitpick, but it is something that bothers me in games. See, what is he? He's like a cake man. He's supposed to be like Bertie Bassett. Oh my god. I could do with some health. Fuck. See, even that sounds weird to me. Should be do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Oh! I want to remember what's through there, and I can't remember if there is anything, but I'm gonna die now, aren't I? Did the background change colour ever so slightly? No, it didn't. I thought it was just me. I can't even reach. Ooh. Can't reach the bloody thing. I don't even need the limes, but I'm just kind of curious to explore the levels a bit. That jump's a bit garbage. Ooh, that's the exit. Oh boy! All these extra lives, and I don't even need them. Because usually you can't have more lives than the max capacity, they just go to waste. Oh fuck, he respawned. That's fun. Wait, have I got to activate it every time? Why? Bum. I can see why this might come across as a bit meh on the Super Nintendo in 1993. It does have a certain just lack of polish, I think, for the year. 91 though, this would be good. Do 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 do. The jingles for picking stuff up almost reminds me of like a Game Gear game. Maybe it's like picking up diamonds on Donald Duck's Lucky Diaper Quest. Diaper? KG, I can't remember what it's called. Lucky Dime Quest, not Lucky Diapers. I had like KG Capers and Lucky Dimes mixed up in my head then. Whoa, that's very special. Special clear bonus. It's a lot of James Ponds. Ooh, you could have that as a starting soon screen if you remove the text. Wow, that was beautiful. Bum 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 bum. Oh, that's a bit of a weak sound. All the James Ponds you can handle. Bring it on. Boom. Sports time. There's a proper delay going in. Oh, these backgrounds are different. Do 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 do. Boing. Imagine your head was like the top of a cupcake. Your head was just icing and a cherry. So they actually do have the penguins in this instead of the elves, but do they have the penguin bars, I wonder? Bit of an ugly texture up there. Oh, wait, was that in the Mega Drive one? I don't think I even knew. Is this level the same? Yeah, it is. Oh, they look like they've got weird eyelashes now. Get out the telephone. Doo-doo. I don't really want that. Oops. I got next to nothing done today in terms of packing, but I did do, whoops. I did do some shopping and buy some food and stuff for family. Some curry and cup noodles and arranged assortments of like sweets and things I'm going to take back and see if anything goes down well. If your head was a cupcake, you'd have to make sure any dates you go on weren't just for your cream. Walked into that. Or to take you. No. Something about cherries, but we'll leave it there, shall we? This is a wholesome Christmas stream. Doobie doobie doo. That's got the weird ball too, and I swear it's not that on the original Mega Drive one, but the Japanese one had that change. I swear that was just a regular platform. That's actually rather obnoxious. How do you get it? How do you get up there? Oh, okay. Like that. I don't think it was like that. So, I wonder if this is more based off the updates to the Japanese version. Because the extra lives look the same, the splash screen at the start looks the same. There is actually a Japanese version of this as well. Maybe we could play James Pond again in January. We could play the Master System version. We could just turn into a James Pond Odyssey. We could play all versions of James Pond until everybody unfollows me. And then I'll continue to play James Pond until I get a new audience of people that like James Pond. Bum bum bum. Ah! Oh, tits. Oh, sugar. Oh, he nearly got me. God, that bloody slowdown, it's awful. Not sure we need the points on the screen quite so large, covering up the game. Do do do. Really not sure why they decided to cover the screen with the points. Whoa! Is that mode 7 James Pond? Oh, let's see if anything's changed. Oh! Penguins and stars. And an extra life. Doo-doo-doo. This is sort of the same, but it's just got weird psychedelic extra background instead. I think I prefer just the black. It's a bit garish, bit bearish. Whoa! It's like playing the game underwater. Oh my god! James Pond. The Super Nintendo cannot handle 2 enemies on screen. Good lord! Can't even handle this train. Chug, chug, chug. Ooh. It's the stars. Every time you bop something of those stars come out, if there's too many enemies on screen, it lags out. But like, that's fine and all, but as a developer, why don't you just bin the stars and have better performance? Why insist on having these stars? Oh my god, even just this, like, what is causing this to slow down? Just too much, can't handle, maybe it's him. I think his long body is upsetting the game. Too much pond. Oh! A lot of the placements and stuff are all the same though. creepy bears. Slow down. Where's this bird? Now, how can I get up there? Uh-huh. You know, in some ways, I think it's almost easier. I feel like maybe the collision detection is a little bit more forgiving when you jump and squat into enemies and things compared to the other one. Oh, we didn't do this level yesterday. I forgot this exit. It's the bit with the cannon, isn't it? Oh, that's so weak. It's a cannon, for God's sake. Poofed. Oh, lovely. Ow. Seems to always be a weird block in the top left-hand corner that's not correct. Oh, Lord. First boss now. Oh, this music's weird. He seems bigger. Even, oh my god, it's a bloody boss. What is with the rubbish sounds? I don't like this. The background's very trippy. That's his explosion. Oh, the penguins are in it. The exact same penguin bar as well. This level looks basically the same. Like, even the backgrounds are the same. Oh, for goodness sake. I really don't like this random slowdown, though. And the HUD, the points, they're in the bloody way. Can't see. Even here, just, oh my gosh, the slowdown from just picking up items and penguins. Hey Jamesy, how are you? Happy Christmas. Decided to do a surprise today and play James Pond again. It's going down beautifully. Have you ever played James Pond? Have some of this coffee. James Pond 2 anyway. We don't need to play James Pond 1. Boing. Oh. Oh my god, why all the why the slowdown? I mean, I bet the Mega Drive does have slowdown when he does the extend things sometimes, but it's like it's just a couple of items on the screen, guys. Let's go in the icing. Dude, oh my god, even this is slowdown. This is slowdown. Why? Why? Why can't the Super Nintendo do this? And it can, it must be the programming. The numbers from the points going up are causing the slowdown as well. Should not be that difficult. Not optimized. Crazy backgrounds are too much. I don't mind them on the Mega Drive, but here they are a bit psychedelic. Bum bum bum. This one's fine though. It's a bit static. It's just not as exciting as that. Do. When's the flight? Thursday. I have 2 more days of work. Oh. So this still looks like aero bars or crunches. Do. Nestle between the chocolate cubes, yes. For a minute I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, are you talking about when I get back to the UK? Because also, yes. I'm ready for some British chocolate. I want an Aero and a Whisper. Love a Whisper. And some like Galaxy caramels and things. Get it, Nestle. Ugh. Are you here all night? Or at least while I'm streaming? Oh, that didn't go very well, did it? Is there anything over there? No. I bought some chocolate to take home, actually. I found these weird chocolates that I'm to get my mum. She's probably going to hate them. It's like a white chocolate that's got like pineapple, mango, and something else in it. Maybe orange. There's like a lemony one as well. And there's a berry one. They're like little bits of blocks of chocolate with like fruit bits in, I guess. Dried fruit? I don't know. I kind of want to try myself. Doo-ba-doo. Buying chocolate for other people, you always want to have it. Well, especially when it's new, yeah. Each flavoured chocolates are very Japanese. Well, did you hear what Kit Kat bars I've brought? I brought, I'm taking some orange one back, some matcha, some very berry and nut flavoured Kit Kats. I also found these new Baskin Robbins, strawberry cheesecake cake flavoured Kit Kats as well, but I kind of want to have a nibble myself. Last year I brought like some dried fruit pieces that were like covered in chocolate, so it was like some apple. Mac, how are you? But they were kind of weird. I wasn't a huge fan myself, and neither was my mom. Can't remember the other flavour. It was like apple, and another one was melon, maybe. Wow. You want a cheesecake Kit Kat? Well, this one's strawberry cheesecake. Last year I took a blueberry cheesecake flavoured one. I hope I'm feeling better. A little bit, yeah. I get anxiety when I'm close to flying as well. I'm getting stressed. So I'm glad I made the decision to just not bother doing a marathon this weekend. It would have probably killed me. It would have made me feel very ill, I think. I have benefited from... I slept like 12 hours. Shit. I slept for like 12 hours on Friday night, and then I even had a nap after that. Partly when we get back, thank you, we will. We'll do a crazy long marathon. Although, I'll have to see, because I usually end up covering for somebody at work. When I get back, there's somebody that often takes a long vacation in the first months of the year, so they only work like once a week anyway, or something very part-time, and I usually cover their shifts to earn some extra cash, which is very beneficial to me because I've obviously just been a month out of work myself. I'm hoping that they'll be doing it again, because it really does help me recover from my own time off work, because you know, I don't actually I'm going on vacation for a month, but I'm not paid at all. I'm just unemployed for a month and going to have a holiday during it. I've taken 10 10 days off work to do this, but because we're not open anyway because it's the end of the year. So I just extend my holiday time, but I don't get paid at all for it because I'm considered self-employed. I'm one of those like contract people. You know how it is. It's how they get through the system. But so that's always been a huge help. So I'm really digressing heavily now. The point is, I might not have like long weekends to do one. We'll just have to see. I'll just have to see if I can squeeze it in or not, or we'll just postpone it until a more convenient time, like March or something. So, I mean, it depends anyway. You never. I don't know. I never know how long it's going to go for anyway. Because the point of it is it is a timer thing. But you know, last time I did one, it did run for 3 days. So I'm trying to keep that as a rough time in mind. I mean, if worst came to worst, I would literally just go to work and continue when I got back. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be the end of the world, would it? Just leave the stream on pause and go and do my job. Chat to you on my break. Because I'm not going to take a day off work for it. Super James Bond, we are, yeah. It's all different. You never know what I'm going to stream. Yesterday we streamed James Bond 2 on the Mega Drive. Today we're streaming Super James Bond. How are you, Frank? Hey, Jason. How are you? Ooh, penguins. Yeah, it'll be fun. I was looking forward to doing it, but honestly, it did feel rushed. I did not feel ready to do this marathon anyway. Mentally, I was just kind of forced it. I wish I had an extra week or two before I went back to the UK to do it. And also, it kind of just felt a little bit in hindsight, felt too close to, like I've just done one in September, and I kind of don't want to take the piss with those sorts of events, if that makes sense. It kind of spoils them, saturates it down a little bit, like doing special long subathons all the time. It just feels like a bit of a piss take. So I was feeling a bit like, it doesn't feel like it's really been long enough between the last one. So, in that way, it sort of is for the best. Super Home Alone. Oh, there is Home Alone on the SNES. I didn't think about that, did I? Should have done that. Could do Super Nintendo days before Christmas. But now after this, what I'll probably do is, we'll probably just play Home Alone 2 on the Mega Drive. Maybe. Ooh, hey! How are you, Jason, anyway? Bum, 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 bum. Let's see if anything's changed. Ooh. Oh! It's like the original hub world, isn't it? Some might say this is what inspired Super Mario 64. Some might. Not me, though. Do, 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 do. Bop, bop. Do you miss when everything on the Super Nintendo had to have Super in front of the title? It can't just be James Pond. It's not even James Pond 2, it's just Super James Pond, that's it. We don't even acknowledge James Pond 1. That's the door. Super Star Wars. Super Mario. It was Super Mario anyway though, wasn't it? What else was there? Super Turrican? Super Turrican had a Mega Turrican though. Super Swiv. Mega Swiv. Trying to think of one. Yeah, I am as well. So we'll just sit in silence until we think of one. Super Star Wars, Super Bomberman. There you go. I'm satisfied now. That'll do. Do, 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 do. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Super Hang Up. No. That doesn't work. Super Hard Light. Which also doesn't work. So everything these, they always remind me of the Penguin and Batman. They've got like the same kind of makeup. Imagine they've got horrible teeth. I think they may have had horrible teeth in James Bond War. Oh, I didn't even see that top thing. Do 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 do. Do do do. Makes me want to play more Super Nintendo games. I think in the new year I'm going to have to look into getting one of those Super Nintendos and one of those little ever-drivey doodad thingies so we can start having some Super Nintendo fun. Because I do love the Super Nintendo, I really do. Actually, I haven't played it as much. Where's Super Castle? There was Super Castlevania 4. I can't remember what it's called in Japanese though. I don't think it's called Super. I think it's just called Akumajo. That's got a stupid name. It's like Akumajo Dracula X or something. Because then the other one, what is the other one called? Akumajo Dracula XX or something. Oh, how rude! I can't remember what it's called in English now. The one that's like Rondo of Blood. Is it just called Rondo of Blood? Oh, stop that shit. They really fall on this. Bosh. Wow, slow down. Oh, it's really pissing me off. What was it called? Oh, for fuck's sake. How close do you need to be for them to fall down? You can see which ones because they're a different colour. Whoops. Oh, I want to know. It's bugging the crap out of me. Oh, it's just called Dracula X. Vampire's Kiss. Castlevania Dracula X and Castlevania Vampire's Kiss in Europe. That's the one I'm thinking of. I've never finished that one all the way, legit. I had to save scum the crap out of the end of that. I haven't done Super Castlevania either. I have done Rondo of Blood though. I do like that. I don't think I've ever finished Bloodlines on the Mega Drive either without cheating. I've played it though. There was a time before Twitch when I was actually going through the Castlevania series. I got as far as the 3D era ones. I don't have Castlevania 64 anymore. I did have a UK copy of it. But I was playing so I was going to play the PS2 Castlevanias. I still should. Maybe next year. I've been a big fan. Mega Drive 1's really good. It's a very cool game. It's a shame it's so expensive. I like Castlevania. I think my favourite's Rondo of Blood. Oh my god, his face, he looks so miserable. Tried 1 and 4, terrible at both. I don't think they're even the best ones to begin with, really. 1's rough, and 4, I find 4 to be a bit tough. I actually think Bloodlines is a good one to start with, and I really like Rondo of Blood. I think that's got a lovely difficulty curve. It's tough though, but it's very learnable. And then obviously you've got the Symphony of the Night ones and stuff, but they're considerably easier to any other of the Castlevanias, the original series. Frankenstein Boss of 1. Ron is tough. I played it last Christmas with my nephew. We were like passing the controller on death, and it was hard work. We did finish it. My nephew managed to do the final boss first. I was struggling. I mean, it's not a total excuse, but it also is. But I really can't really get on with the Switch online controller. Because the analog stick is in the main place, and the D-pad's not in a very comfortable spot, and I can't play these 2D retro games with an analog stick. It's just not right. You need a D-pad, and the D-pad was not in a very comfortable spot. So it does have a degree of an effect, in my opinion. I want to play it with a... I've never actually used the proper NES controller, but I would want to at the very least use the SNES controller to play NES games. SNES has a lovely D-pad. It feels very precise. It's not as nice as the Mega Drives, but it's still pretty good. How are you supposed to get through if it keeps respawning? Oh my god. That's a bit weird. I bet a lot of people don't realise you can do this as a result. Maybe you don't need to though. Stars. How do I get to them? No, there's some here, so that's fine. I have, yeah. I owned Super Star Wars as a kid. My brother had it. I played a lot of Super Star Wars. Couldn't finish it without cheats though. It was really hard. I have not played. I've played Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi once. I think when I first got like emulation, I was like curious to see what they were like. I think I cheated through some of them. I don't know if I finished them all though, because they were tough. Not sure if I finished Return of the Jedi. But no, I played an awful lot of Super Star Wars as a kid. I used to get stuck on the inside the Sandcrawler stage because the boss was a bitch. It had all those death pits. It was so hard. But I could get past it eventually. Sometimes you had to use cheats too. Use the Force, Luke. The soundtrack on that with the Sandman. Dun 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 dun. It's good, it's just tough. It's really hard. Yeah, the Sandcrawler's such a gatekeeper. The inside bit, because that boss knocks you off the platform into instant death all the time. I'd like to give it another go. I did play it on stream once very briefly when I was just sitting about late at night with the Super Nintendo. I only got as far as the Sandcrawler though, I think, and then I just turned it off. But just messing around. The outside the sandcrawler level's also annoying. One of the Star Wars games. There's 3 as far as I know. I don't know if there's any more, but there was Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back, and Super Return of the Jedi. I don't know if there's any other games like of a different genre. I don't think so. I also played Star Wars on the Game Boy, which is very similar to the Master System and NES Star Wars, where it's like you have to explore caves and things. Whoa. Whoa. Remember that. Oh. Who did it better? The Jenny or the SNES? The Genesis, in my opinion, or the Meggy? The Meggy Drive. How are you, Jeff? This is not bad though, really. It's very much similar. It has way more slowdown than the Mega Drive version. I think the sound effects are terrible. They just have no substance to them at all. The music's alright. I think it's a taste thing. Genesis and Assistant Meggy. The backgrounds are a bit different, but the controls and the level design is kind of all the same, really. Not much difference in terms of gameplay, but the performance is worse, I think. It has a lot more slowdown than the Mega Drive. And just presentation-wise, I think I generally prefer the choices made on the Mega Drive. But I'm also fueled by incredible nostalgia. So, I don't know. I just don't think it sounds too, like, chipper and xylophony, and it sounds like a weird, like just kind of MIDI music. It sounds, you know, like when you've already heard a song and then you just hear like a MIDI cover of it in like the elevator or something. That's what this music sounds like to me. Like, it's not awful because the song's good, but it's just blah. It's like elevator ditties. Dude, this sounds terrible though. The boss music's rubbish. And also the boss explosions, pathetic. I'm not sure why we need all the psychedelic backgrounds as well, moving around. Now the ultimate test, the bathtub stage. Ooh, all the bubbles. They do love to just have the same background. Whoa, that does look trippy actually. That's quite cool. Having all the different bubbles everywhere. Last street, I know, be strong, Brenticus. I'll be back. How are you? Diddle diddle dim, bum bum bum. It's not forever, it's just for this year. Do 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 do. Bop, bop, bop. Oh, you can go through that wall. Okay then. Sure. Oh, do they have the secrets? You should be able to burst some of these toothbrushes. Maybe not. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you, Brenticus. Happy 2026. Thank you for the bits. Thank you, nice boys. Oh, hit the poison. Do. We can get those extra lives going. Whee! So much slowdown. It's all the floating points numbers are causing some of it. It is silly. Isn't it weird what choices devs made? What was I playing recently? Was it Pandemonium? Where it was like just the title, like the stage, the name of the stage was causing slowdown. Until it left, it was slowing the whole game down. It's just like, when you play test it, why don't you remove those features that are tanking the video game? Music alone is nostalgic. Hey, Buck. I kind of prefer it on the Mega Drive though. Yeah, I just don't know why you would leave things in that are causing the game to run like shit. Like even now we've got all this slowdown. Not a great version. Especially on these underwater levels, it seems to really suffer here. Like, why can't the Super Nintendo handle 4 enemies on screen underwater and bubbles? Seems better than the other games. Which ones? Do you mean James Pond 1? It is better than James Pond 1, but it's not better than the Mega Drive version of this game that I played yesterday. Everything is better than James Pond 1. This level is obviously a homage to James Pond 1. I don't know why you would want to honour James Pond 1, but hey ho. Thank you for that. Thank you for the Ko-Fi. I'd forgotten all about that. That was actually for the marathon that I didn't do, but thank you very much. Obviously I'll just leave the goal up in the new year as well. It will help me get back on my feet when I get back. Just presuming the person's actually listening, but anyway. It is anonymous. I thought you could actually go in one of these. Maybe it's a different submarine. See, look, all the points flying up there, slowing the game down to high hell. Do 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 do. I think James Pond 3, I can't remember if that's on the Super Nintendo as well. I'm curious how that would be in comparison to... I'm not going to play that anytime soon though, but it is definitely an interest of mine to one day play Super Nintendo library, especially because of how many different ports there are of the Mega Drive games as well. It would be cool to see the differences. But also, there's a lot of original Super Nintendo games that I do love and games that I've always wanted to play. I know it's on the Mega Drive, I had it as a kid. That's what I mean by I'm curious to see how it would be. I still do own a copy of James Pond 3, I'm going to pick it up this Christmas. When I play James Pond 3 on Twitch, I will play my childhood copy, hopefully, because I do believe it's region free and doesn't need any adjustments to hertz or whatever. I mean, it will play better at 50 hertz, but oh well. We will deal. There's no robo card. Maybe I should have one. What should be the sound for robo card? The pickup sounds. Or it could just go bum 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 bum. This slowdown is toss. Or diddle 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 diddle. I've missed one. I'm curious to try the Master System version of James Pond sometime. I did see Angel play a little bit of it. Heard it's not great. Matt. You like PC games, Matt? Did you know James Pond was on DOS? I found out recently. What's stopping you? What is stopping you? Oh my lord. This is just a thing though, isn't it? You know when you just like try and flat port things from one machine to another? You need to compromise or at least learn about the hardware. Like, this runs like shit. It shouldn't kill the frame rate like this, and if it does, you should change the level a little bit, do you know what I mean? But I guess it's just laziness. They had 2 years to change this though. Like these move fine on the Mega Drive. I don't understand why this powerful Super Nintendo cannot move 5 different bars of soap up and down the screen. If it's because of the background, remove the background, do you know what I mean? Just make some choices. Make some choices. Maybe you'll give it a go. Are we singing the Mac Mac song? We can be. Mac. There we go. Ah! And I knew that happened. I just forgot briefly because I was just getting all hyped about the Mac song. Don't you Rolo me. I almost played Rolo to the rescue, but I thought no, don't. Save it. I want to buy my own copy of Rolo. It's a good dance emote, it is. Lots of people have it though. I've seen James Pond emotes all over the place on Twitch. It's not wasn't worth me bothering with, to be honest. I think I prefer that. Mooeware always seems to have one. I think Retro Demiurge has one, maybe? Maybe Escordian has a few. He's popular, James Pond is. That's what no blast person gets you. But like honestly, I'm sure it could do it. I'm sure that there's a way to make the Super Nintendo move 4 bars or so up and down the screen without it killing the hardware. You know? I don't know though. You've never played James Pond? You've never lived? Live through me. Would be a deadline. I know, but they had 2 years. This came out 2 years later. But no, there'll always be reasons, but it's just a shame. There'll be reasons for everything. Lack of care, it's not cost efficient. Those are what the reasons are. The reason is not somebody intentionally was like, I want this game to be shit. But it is just meh. Too many target systems. I don't know what else was released on in '93. I think the DOS. I think this might have been made at the same time as the DOS version. I think when I was watching Demi play it the other day, I think he mentioned it was 93 on DOS. It's 91 on the Amiga and Mega Drive. Well, yeah, but it wasn't made on every one of those systems all at the same time. But yeah, James Pond is on everything. It's on your microwave. I didn't even know it was on the Switch. Good God. Good God. Why is it on the Switch? Fucking hell. This is why nobody respects James Pond, because he's always there, just like at your window and knocking on your door. As soon as you've got a new console, he's just like, can I be on it? Can I? I beg your pardon. What isn't on the Switch these days? I don't know. Good games? Like that aren't James Pond 2? I mean, I like James Pond 2, but it's like ancient. Would you like me to remove it? I'll do it so you don't look vulgar. Surprised Twitch wasn't just like, are you sure you don't want to send this message? Although I have approved that word, I think. You have a single message like that? I just clicked delete. You enjoyed that typo. I'm very sorry. I enjoyed it too. Whisper it. Oh my. Whispering sweet nothings. But yeah, what do you mean, DC? You know the garbage bin icon when you're in a chat thing? I don't know about how delete. I'll try to remember that. I don't know about mobile because I can't. I guess you'd have to be in mod view. But you know, you just got your Twitch chat open as a streamer, I guess. Well, actually, do you have this? There's like simple settings that you can turn on. I think where you can have 4 simple icons next to each message for very quick modding. So you've got what is it? You've got the band symbol, the timeout symbol, the warning symbol, and then a garbage can. If you just click the garbage can, that will delete that message. Good lord. Whoa! Oh my god. Like, did we need to do this? What is this level doing? Can't program bars of bars of soap, but woo! Hey, Dragon Gem, how are you? Thank you for that giant heart. Must we do this? We must. We must. I actually do feel a bit sick. I apologise. Can't. I need to. Where are we going? That's horrible. They do. They want to. Yeah. Couldn't figure out soap, but they can figure out parallax. Why did I do that? I clearly went the wrong way. Doobie 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 doo. Ooh. This is a totally different background. I quite like this one actually. I don't remember what the original one was. Bum, bum, bum. Have you ever seen the PlayStation 1 version of this, by the way? The intro is... It should be illegal. It's absolutely disgusting. It's an abomination of FMV. And the ending is also dreadful too. That's what baffles me though too, because it's like... Presumably the PlayStation 1 port of this is a lazy quick cash grab, so why did they bother making an FMV? One, it's hideous. Surely it's a waste of money to make one. Yeah, it sort of proves that the PlayStation power, but is it worth it? It's absolutely minging. I don't know why they didn't. They couldn't just put the game on as is. I guess having an FMV validates it being on the system, but like I don't know. Put your resources somewhere else. And it's not just one. They made two videos for that game. Presumably they recycled them on the PlayStation 2 as well. It's so cursed. Oh, tits. God, even then, it's just slow down, walking in a straight line past the points flying off the items. Super James Pond? Slow. You suppose suspicious of any deck of playing cards that was saying playing cards on it? Yeah, it's very self-identifying, isn't it? You think like you're gonna open it and there'll be like what a finger banger in there or something. Let's not dwell on the fact I just said finger banger. Can I delete that message? Boo boo. Playing cards. Watch another call. Pull the Christmas movies. You watch The Grinch and Jingle All the Way. I've seen The Grinch once or twice. It's not bad. I do like Jingle All the Way. It always blows my mind that Troy McClare's in it. Crappity crap. Who's the kid in it again? Is it Anakin Skywalker? Or is it... No, it's somebody else. Is it the Star... It is the Star Wars kid. Oh, Scrooge. Have you never seen it? I love Scrooged. Scrooge is a great film. I'm telling you all, well, not all of you, but some of you who are that way inclined, who like Vanessa... What's it? What's her name? Vanessa... Wow, this is a great story. Vanessa Williams? Colours of the Wind, save the best for last, lady. You need to watch A Diva Christmas Carol. It's so fun. I watched it last year for the first time after somebody on Twitch recommended it to me, and it's my new Christmas movie. I'm going to watch it again this year, hopefully. She plays a diva Ebenezer Scrooge who left her like girl group band with one of the Marleys. A Diva Christmas Carol. It's got Chili from TLC in it. Yep, Diva Christmas Carol. Piss. Shouldn't have done that. Why is this level giving me grief? Literally finished this game yesterday on Electron. Ooh wee! But yeah, I enjoyed it. Another fucking bird up here. Oh my god. And it's just another Christmas adaptation. Halloween crossover appeal because of all the ghosts too. Depends which version you watch. It's always the Ghost of Christmas Future can be quite scary in some versions. It's all fun and games until that bit, isn't it? I always thought that the Ghost of Christmas Future was pretty terrifying on Muppet Christmas Carol, and on Scrooge it's particularly grim. I like to watch Gremlins at Christmas as well. And Toys. Toys is one of my go-to Christmas movies, which I'm not sure that many other people watch at Christmas, but I like it. It has a nice Christmas opening, like lots of kids in a Christmas tree singing at the beginning and the end, so that's Christmas enough for me. Ernest is your Christmas classic. I don't think I've seen any of the Ernest films. I think I used to mix it up with the camp movie with about camping, not a camp movie. The camping movie with Christopher not Walken, not Lambert. Who's the other Christopher? Addams Family. Back to the Future. Christopher Lloyd. Ooh. Camp Nowhere. I think we're gonna game over. Ooh. Fucking hell. I'm really struggling with this version suddenly for some reason. Don't know that one at all. It's just one of those 90s kids movies that kind of just forgotten. There's loads of weird... I mean, I'm sure there is for every decade, but I'm a 90s kid. But there's loads of random films that we used to watch all the time as kids in the 90s that were like fairly prominent, especially in like video rentals and stuff, but just have not survived the test of time at all. Do you remember the wave of animal movies like Andre and Dunstan Checks In, and obviously there was Free Willy, which is the biggest one, but there was a load of those like... There was the one with the seal, that was Andre. It was the monkey, was Dunstan Checks In. Like kids and their animals. And then there was all those sort of... There's a lot of kids with like odd adult authority figures, I guess, like Camp Nowhere and Suburban Commando. Obviously, there was the wave of Home Alone, like Kids and Naughty Antics, like Mr. Nanny was basically a response to Home Alone. Richie Rich, oh I forgot about that one, yeah. That was a good one. The Parent Trap, well that's a remake. I like the original of that. Was The Parent Trap 90s? Maybe just? 99? 2000? The one with Lindsay Lohan? I like the one from the 60s with Hayley Mills in. My mum loves that film as well. Is Richie Rich a Christmas movie? Not especially. You know, I've never seen Problem Child, but that was definitely one of those Home Alone responses, wasn't it? Isn't there Baby's Day Out as well? I don't think I've seen that. 1998 for The Parent Trap. I watched Three Men and a Baby last year for the first time, all of it, because I'd never seen it all before. The first film was alright, and then I watched the second one. It was awful. That Three Men and a Little Lady. Big's 80s, I think. I love Big though. I think Big's like 88. Big is a great film. I've seen that many times. My sister always liked Big, so she introduced me to it as a kid. I actually I'm really quite partial to the period of about 1988 to 1991. I feel like there's this own little universe of like very 89, 1990 kind of fashion and culture. You know, things like Big and Working Girl, Big Business. What's that one I watched with Diane Keaton in recently? Baby Boom. There's just this sort of like New York kind of... It's when like the fashion of the 80s was pretty much almost gone, but the garishness of like the 90s early like house music fashion hasn't quite come in yet so much. And there's a lot of like big hair still, but and bright lipstick. I love it. Looking for a thriller? The Night Listener. That sounds interesting, actually. Could you post that in the Discord, please? Because I'll forget. I should probably add that to my film list and look it up. Because, you know, last weekend when I went to my friend's house, we literally just chucked like 60, 70 films into a big wheel and span it and just watched whatever one it spat out. It was really fun. So we were doing that before, but before we were picking like 3 movies each and only a choice of 6, but... Doing the whole thing was really kind of like, ooh, it was kind of exciting, what's it going to give? And we ended up with watching Sleeping with the Enemy, which I'd never seen before. Trying to like make more of an effort to just watch these kind of films that I've never seen before. Iconic films or things that just appeal for whatever reason. Robin Williams sounds good though. Shit. Is it worth it? Hoping there's some lives down here. That's what's gonna fucking kill me. Oh, there's a life. Only one. If these things respawn, I'm gonna be really upset. I've seen 1 hour photo, so that's really creepy. Someone gives you a sub, you must have walked away and you just saw the notification. You're very welcome on behalf of whoever that was. But welcome in. It was probably Molly Bendium who dropped about 25 gift subs yesterday, but it could have been Jamesy or who was the other person. Mooeware. I've seen World's Greatest Dad? No, I'm not familiar with that. Molly, yeah. It could have been you. Could have been you, Jamesy. Although it seemed like I think I remember the names in yours because I actually recognised quite a few of them from being around a long time. I was almost wondering if it was intentional or if they were just lurking because sometimes it does prioritise people lurking in the channel when it does it randomly. I think Thunderfoot Bros was in there, and I know that they do lurk now and then. World's Greatest Dad. Never heard of this either. I've been watching a Japanese drama series recently, and it's set in 1990. It's made in 1993, and there's like this film company or something, or DVD rental store, and they have posters in the back in the office all the time. They're Japanese posters though, and it was bugging me what these two films were, and I looked them up in the end. One was the people under the stairs. The other one was a film I'd never heard of before. It's called Necessary Roughness. It's like some early 90s sports comedy with like almost nobody that I actually know in it, but it's kind of weird because like looking up on Wikipedia, it did okay at the box office. It made a return and stuff, so I've never seen The People Under the Stairs. But yeah, this film obviously made some money, but it's clearly a forgotten movie, I think, unless perhaps you're in certain circles. I'm not saying I'm particularly bothered. I watched the trailer, but it doesn't appeal to me particularly. Things are looking rough. What I flew through this yesterday, just a mega league for football. It is interesting what does and doesn't survive though, because like I watched Cherry Falls last weekend at my friend's, and that's like a 1999 horror movie, which I don't feel like a lot of people would know anymore unless they were there at the time. You know, Cherry Falls on Blu-ray. It was alright. I thought it was a bit confused though. Obviously, it's somewhat spoilers. I'm going to say very briefly. If you don't want to hear the spoilers, then don't listen. But I didn't feel the need for the killer to be dressed the way he was. I thought it was totally irrelevant to the point of the story, and it felt like just using shock value and like playing on a stereotypical repulsion to that sort of imagery, and I felt like it really had no relevance to the plot. But the concept of it was cool though. But yeah, I thought that's aged like milk, and it really doesn't add anything to the plot, and they don't even explore it either. It's just there to be like, wow, shocking, right? They don't even go into any explanation or his character. It just feels a bit stupid. It just feels like kind of transphobia, to be honest, wrapped up in a horror movie. So wasn't keen on that. But it was made in 1999. If it was made now, that would be very unacceptable. Because, I mean, you know, you have movies like Psycho that do a similar sort of angle, and I assume it was some sort of a homage to that in a way, but Psycho actually kind of really explores the purpose of it, do you know what I mean? You hear more insight. It's very clear why, whereas it was just a bit lazy, I thought, this time around. I might go make another cup of coffee. You have to excuse me. Yeah, no. I'm not sure this person did either, but it's not explained, so there's no depth, so why bother? Do you know what I mean? It just felt like literally a visual shock and nothing else. Whereas in Psycho it felt very closely attached to his mental breakdown as a person. So, but anyway, I'm going to go make a quick cup of coffee. I'm going to take a couple of minutes break. I will be back. Back we are. Oh, I can see you put something in the Discord. The most iconic, it is. It's a good song. I don't really have any problems with the music in this game like some people make out. I think it does. It's jolly. It's jolly, and some people can't handle being jolly. But yeah, you know when you mentioned Cherry Falls, have you read about it on like Wikipedia or whatever? I didn't realise until I was looking it up. Because in the UK where I'm from, it was released regularly like a normal film. It was at the cinema. I remember it coming out. I was a bit too young though, but then I remember seeing it on TV after. But I didn't realise in America it was cancelled for release for censorship and stuff, and it ended up being released as a TV movie instead. So apparently, Cherry Falls holds the record as being the most expensive TV movie ever made. To date, I think, because it's basically a theatrical film that didn't have a theatrical release. But in the UK and presumably like other regions, it had a regular theatrical run. Feels almost like a TV movie. I feel like it just feels like a lot of those teen slasher movies that were all banging out in the late 90s, running off the back end of Scream, and then I Know What You Did Last Summer. You know, like Urban Legend and what else is there? Was Valentine at the cinema? I presume Valentine was. All those like kind of forgotten horror films. I had another one in my head. Soul Survivors, I think that's one. I've never actually seen that one. But there was a lot of those teen slashers made around them. Oh, this background's different. I think it's just... See, I don't really like this. Maybe it's more true to the original Amiga one, I think, but I think it's garish. I prefer the black background with the clouds on the Mega Drive. Like, this just looks kind of... It looks cheap. Horror slasher movies of the 80s were designed to teach morality. Oh, do you mean, like, with the whole, like, people who had sex got killed and stuff? I mean, do you reckon they were actually designed for that, though? Or do you think someone's just reading a bit too much into them? Do you think all those horror directors were like, let's teach morality? TV movies caught up, yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of 80s, 70s movies as well that are cheap that had theatrical runs. Oh shit, is that game over? Kevin Bacon spoke about it. I mean, is that not just, do you reckon that's not just Kevin Bacon wanting to make his role in Friday the 13th sound a bit more virtuous than it was? I don't know. I can't imagine when he was filming that he was informed that this was going to teach people morality. Right off to bed. Well, take care, Jason. I mean, I'll probably... Well, I don't know with you, though, actually. Maybe I'll be seeing you around on Twitch. I'll be in the Discord. I'll be in the UK, though, so my time zones will be totally different. But I might catch you in the morning and pop in and say hello while I'm in the UK. But I won't be on the platform a great deal, because the point of me being in the UK is to actually spend time with family, not stare at Twitch on my phone all the time. But I'll be around... Probably in the evenings when I'm lying in bed or something, but we'll see. But thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you again in the new year. You're in my Discord anyway, so we'll definitely talk. Have a good rest. The least qualified to make that assessment? Maybe. By the way, Deca, you weren't around yesterday, I don't think. Unless you were lurking and quiet, but update. Thank you very much for informing me about the Black Friday sale on the retro gaming cables, because I did manage to get my order in and take advantage of it, and I saved an awful lot of money, so thank you very much. I've placed a big order on all the cables, pretty much every cable I need, except for the PlayStation 1, because they're out of stock, but it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I managed to... The sale It's set until December the 2nd, but the sale I saw on their Twitter or whatever, they said that they were running it until the end of the week. So, did you get the last PS1 cable? Well, it depends which ones you wanted, but maybe you did. I'm waiting for them to make some more. But I mean, if they might just make some more while I'm back home, and then I'll just order them. They've already arrived as well, you know. I placed the order Thursday night in Japanese time, so that'd be Thursday morning in the UK. Saturday morning, they're already at my mum's. Got the base. That's the one that I wanted, I think. The first one in the list, not the Guncon. PlayStation 2 cables are also sold out except for the component cables, but I wanted the component cables. I went with those in the end anyway because I was reading about there's some incompatibility with the RGB cables for PlayStation 2 games. Took me a lot of reading to find that though, but because I was just like, well, what's the difference between just getting component? Is it really that important? And it seems for the case of PlayStation 2, it's not really important, and in fact there's actually a couple of issues that will crop up if you do use RGB, with the RetroTink or whatever. They've been stuck in customs, so mine literally arrived in 2 days flat. So, lucky me. Probably would have taken a lot longer to get all the way to Japan. And obviously I saved on postage a bit too. I'm happy I was able to get Dreamcast control cables. They won't have been too cheap. They got into the US, they're just stuck in customs. But yeah, it was a lot of money. I did order in bulk, but 18% off is nothing to sniff at. I basically got like a couple of cables free by the end of it. I think I saved about £30. So that's like my Mega Drive cable and 32X connector thing for free. Because otherwise I was thinking like, do I need to order these all at once? Like I could just order some later in the year. Especially like, I got Super Nintendo cables and N64 cables, and I don't even have either of the machines yet, but I do want to get them. But I wouldn't have bothered ordering that if there wasn't a sale on, but it's just the more you order, the more you save. And I do want them eventually, so I just decided to put up with it and get them in advance. Future-proof. Pretty much set now. I mean, I would like some Wii cables, but I think I decided I can just get those in Japan. Yeah, thank you for that heads up. It was very, very good information. Random pieces at the top of these screens. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Laughing all the way, ha ha ha. I watched White Christmas this year with my mum again. We watched it 2 years ago for the first time. My mum had seen it before though, but I hadn't. Oh, actually, I've never seen Holiday Inn. That would be one to watch. This isn't the way that I usually go, is it? Oh no, it is. And then the other year, or maybe 3 years ago actually, the other year we went to the theatre to watch White Christmas, which was really fun. This year we're going to see A Christmas Carol on the stage, which is exciting. Last year we saw Little Shop of Horrors. I'm going to see A Christmas Carol. I'm also going to see a musical called Top Hat, which is on in London. My mum's already got the tickets and everything all booked, and the bus transport. We're going to go see, I've never seen that. It's a film apparently. I think it's Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers maybe, or Fred Astaire and somebody. Some musical, but I've not seen the original. My mum has. But it's going to be on stage. Apparently, I think it's the song, you know, the That song, There May Be Trouble Ahead, Let's Faint the Moonlight and Dance. I think that song comes from it, which I didn't know. And then another song that I recognised. George Michael? No, not me. George Michael? Don't know. It's not ringing any bells with me. Does he have one? Is it called Faith or Freedom? Freedom, the George Michael musical. Haven't seen that one either. You like those? Yeah, I've not. My mum has little. It goes through the family. My mum loves musicals. Her father loved music. My grandfather loved musicals, and she's passed it on to me. I grew up watching lots of musicals. It used to be a thing that I would do to stay up late as well. Like if I, as a kid, I would be allowed to stay up late to watch a movie. Because my mum would put a movie on, and it would be like, if you don't want to watch it, you can go to bed. Basically, so I used to fake watch a lot of stuff just because I wanted to stay up late as a kid. So I'd watch things like Calamity Jane and The King and I. Lots of memories of just curling up on the sofa with my mum as a kid. Watch it. I mean, it's also how I saw Working Girl for the first time as a kid. And I watched Working Girl as an adult, and I'm like, bloody hell, there's like some real full-on topless nudity going on in that movie. And my mum is actually quite fussy about things like that with kids and stuff, so I'm kind of surprised she let me watch it. Probably told me to turn away. My sister used to do that all the time. It was that funny. I remember watching GoldenEye with my sister. I must have been about 8 or something when it was on TV, and I like James Bond, but when, what's her name, I think Xenia, is it? She's like straddling that man and suffocating him with her thighs. My sister made me leave the room. So I couldn't come back in until the scene was finished. Because my sister's quite a bit older than me, so I think she felt like partly responsible as an adult to have to do that. And it's her own judgment call too. I respect her as an adult now, but it was a bit silly. I remember she did that when we watched Big as well. I think she made me turn away when the female lead was like taking her top off. It's really funny though, like just a simple like it making a big deal of it, because you literally just tell me to turn away, don't look. I'd have to turn away, and she'd be like, okay, you can look now. The censorship we had. It's culture after what, White Christmas? White Christmas is lovely, yeah, I'd never seen that one. There's a lot of weird 80s films like that though, you know, that seem innocent but they just have some really dodgy moments in, and you kind of wonder why they included them, because all it's going to do is bump up the rating a little bit. It's like Ghostbusters with that really dodgy, like, ghost bedroom scene. It's like, what were they thinking? I mean, it's funny, but, like, at the risk of, like, cutting off half your potential audience just for one gag. In Airplane, Catch You Off Guard. I've never seen Airplane, you know. I mean, some of it, though, I think it would be in the theatrical version, and then it would get cut for TV, wouldn't it? Oh, bugger. I was scratching my nose as well then. I couldn't even move the D-pad. It was too late. It's one of the best. What, Ghostbusters? But then you get stuff like Star Wars, and Star Wars is in the UK it's rated U, like Universal for All, which is like the lowest rating you can get, other than UC, which is like specifically for children. But Star Wars is rated a U, and I always thought it's quite horrific. You know, when Obi-Wan slices that guy's face off. You know, we used to call him Bumface. You know the alien, I mean. You know the one that's like, I'll be careful, you'll be dead. And Obi-Wan like whips out the lightsaber and slices his arm off, and then the camera like goes proper close up zoom in of his severed arm with a blood splatter on the floor. And I always thought, why is this a U? Like, who did they bribe to get that rating? Like, not that it needs to be high, but it should be a PG. Because things like Indiana Jones is a PG, especially Temple of Doom. But a lot of those for Temple of Doom is quite a lot, I think, for PG. But they just used to get away with stuff, didn't they? These days, though, all the ratings have been largely reassessed. I've been quite horrified. I went back recently, like looking at the Disney Channel, and I ended up like googling about new ratings. I've had this conversation before on stream, but I was quite shocked last year to discover that Starship Troopers has been re-rated a 15 now in the UK. When I was growing up, it was a 18, which is the highest age rating you can get. And I think it is an 18 because it's pretty like ultra violent. But it's been readjusted to a 15. I mean, I watched it when I was like 16 or whatever, but I always feel like the age rating should be at least a guideline for people. Because, you know, age 15 films in the UK we will be watching when you're like 11 or 10 or whatever, because it's a 15. How bad can it be? But 18s used to always be kind of like, oh, that needs a proper consideration. But you have the Disney Channel in the 80s and the 90s. Hey, Big D. I don't know. I could be wrong. You can probably like Google this and actually me, but I didn't have the Disney Channel until the late 90s, I don't think. And I had Sky, which was like kind of like cable, but it was satellite, hence it being called Sky. We didn't. I remember we got the Disney Channel eventually, but I don't know if it was just like my parents specifically didn't get it. But I don't remember it being very prominent. But because like I remember when Cartoon Network started. Because originally all I had was the Children's Channel on Sky, and then we got Cartoon Network added, and then a Nickelodeon. And I feel like Disney Channel was quite a bit later. And if I remember, a lot of these channels didn't used to be all day. They would swap over at 7 PM or something, so they would double up, because Cartoon Network used to share with TNT, which I don't even know if you have. Do you have TNT? It was like an old movies channel, like classics. It would have things like Casablanca on it and stuff in the evenings, or like something from the 80s maybe, but in the 90s. But it was mostly like classic movies on TNT. And that used to come on after Cartoon Network finished at 7. And I'm sure that something used to come on the Disney Channel after 7 as well, but I can't remember what it was. Nickelodeon used to change into something else, and I can't remember. Was it the Family Channel changed into Challenge TV, maybe? Something changed into Bravo. Maybe that was Nickelodeon, I think, changed into Bravo, maybe. It's funny how channels used to just share slots. The paid channel here in the States in the 80s. I don't know. I mean, let me have a quick look. When did it launch? It might have been regional as well. But I don't feel like we got it until about 98, 97. Oh shit, Disney Channel's closed now. It's gone to streaming. Closed in September 2020 apparently. Apparently it started in 1995 in the UK. So that sounds about right. Yeah, it launched in August 1995. Ran from 6 AM to 10 PM. And then the sister channels launched in 1998. Playhouse Disney and stuff. We used to have Sky One, I watched a lot too. That always had The Simpsons on. Simpsons were always on at, was it 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock? You used to get an hour of The Simpsons. Animation's pretty smirksome. It's a pretty common emote on Twitch, I think, this Dancing James Pond. Actually, no, I think Nickelodeon changed into Paramount Comedy in the evenings. We used to get Fox Kids as well, which I had no concept of what Fox was other than 20th Century Fox. I don't know, like Fox News or whatever, but we used to get a channel called Fox Kids in the UK, and I don't know if it was related, but it probably was. That's where we used to get stuff like Donkey Kong, and Sonic X was on there, and I think Sweet Valley High used to be on Fox Kids. It was good for kids shows. But that came much later. Malcolm in the Middle and retro lately? Oh, I don't know, I ban them all. I block them all. Get out my bloody... log in my retro category feed. Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm in the Middle was on Sky One as well, wasn't it? I never watched it really, I just was aware of it. Maybe I watched the first couple of episodes. I used to watch Lizzie McGuire a little bit. What is James Pond? He's a fish. Can't you tell? He doesn't make a lot of sense in this game. He makes a bit more sense in the other games, but... well, he makes even less sense in number 3, but... yeah, I guess that's his fins at the bottom that are wiggling like legs. He's very adorable. He's wearing a suit, so I feel like that helps him walk on land, but... he's a fish. I think. He's Robo-Cod in this one. Couple movies in retro. I just find it's wasting my browsing space when I want to find actual retro streamers. I don't really want to just have it clogged up with tons of crappy TV shows. People just like streaming movies and stuff. I think it's pretty annoying. Especially like most of them are also not in English half the time, which is totally useless to me. But yeah, I don't really... I wish they would just use a different category instead of just retro. I don't mind like the quirky, weird old channels, you know, that just stream like infomercials or something weird. Like, it feels almost like Freeview cable, kind of like clunky 90s garbage or whatever. But like, just streaming like Malcolm in the Middle, like, just bore off. Simpsons in like Portuguese or something. It's just sleazy. I mean, if you're gonna do it, just stream it somewhere else. But I want to browse through and see who's streaming retro games, and not have to like faff through tons and tons of crappy 24-hour streams of shit. Well, we're here again. Goop and Grissup. I don't really remember what I used to watch on it. I didn't like watch the Disney Channel that much though. Because, you know, to say it was the Disney Channel, they never really showed their films, did they? They just used to show their like TV shows and stuff. I did watch Lizzie McGuire a bit though. But it was like a guilty pleasure. That's So Raven as well. They were guilty pleasures though, because I was too old for Lizzie McGuire, but I just secretly just enjoyed it. Piss. A lot of those TV shows as well, it's just because they were on at dinner time, and I always wanted something on TV while I was having my dinner. So it was limited choice. It was like the 6 o'clock or the 5:30 time slot, I'd watch any old crap that was on TV. Lizzie McGuire used to be on about 5:30. I used to watch the Flintstones all the time, because it happened to be on at 6:30. There was like a proper resurgence in the Flintstones as well in the 90s. I don't know why. Just I guess a lot of those cartoons. Wacky Racers came back too though, because I was into that when I was a kid. And the Dick Dastardly and Muttley show. But like we got a live action Flintstones movie, we got Flintstones games on the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo. It's kind of odd how it just made a return like that. Thunderbirds came back. There was loads of kind of 60s stuff that came back in the 90s. On Cartoon Network it was, yeah. Scooby-Doo. They used to do... I used to watch Pebbles and Bam Bam in the morning on something as well. I don't really remember Scooby-Doo so much, but you know, before I just streamed Scooby-Doo, I was looking into the franchise. Like, I watched one episode again, but I forgot there was like the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo and all those shows, and I definitely watched some of them. Never loved Scooby-Doo though. I don't know what my favourites. I love Wacky Racers was definitely actually my favourite. I love that. Still do. I think it was a great show. Having to guess who was going to win this week. I was like the Professor Pat Pending with his crazy car. I like Penelope Pitstop as well. 13 Ghosts was fun. There was that Scooby-Doo Where Are You as well. 13 Ghosts, and there was the one with little cousin Scrappy-Doo. Whoa! It was 13 episodes only. Yeah, but you know, there was loads of kids shows that you didn't realise. How many kids shows, you know, when you look back at them and you learn that actually it was only like 10 episodes, but it felt like it was just always on. Like, because kids just rewatch it over and over again and they don't care, right? You know, but like, I swear, like some of my favourite shows, I used to watch Tugs. I had the Tugs videos or something, and I don't know how many of you know Tugs, but it was like made by the people that did the later Thomas the Tank Engine series, Brit, I can't remember the name, Brit Aldi or something. They made a boat series. Obviously, Thomas is attached to original books by the Reverend Audrey or something. It's like some really old, like 40s or 50s children's books where Thomas comes from. But I think they made an original story with these boats, tugboats, and they had like faces, and they were in like a harbour. I used to love that. I had the videos, but I'm really getting off the topic here. But I think there's only something like 10 episodes or something, but I was watching it all the time. I used to just rent the videos over and over again. Does that have anything to do with Theodore the Tugboat? I don't think so. Is that a cartoon? This is live, like models, like Thomas's. Theodore the Tugboat, what's that? Oh, that looks very similar, actually. Oh, that looks very, very weird. Yeah, it was Canadian. Who lives in Big Harbour. Wait, is this the same universe? Big Harbour sounds familiar. Harbour Master, the tugboats. No, this is very similar premise though. The US tapes. Tapes. This is a very similar thing. Another show. Oh, apparently it's the same person worked on it. Robert Cardona. Who is that though? So, Oh, the same director. So they must have made, maybe they made a UK specific show. But it's produced by some of the people that did Thomas the Tank Engine. I'll put in the chat, but the show that I'm talking about is this. I loved this show, it was so good. 13 episodes. But it's, yeah, 13 15-minute episodes, so you used to get like a double one, I think. And it's got like, it's all like in America as well, with sunshine. You watch them all the time at Mr. Bean, was 14 episodes, having a couple of stories per episode. Is that the cartoon one? I never really watched Mr. Bean. It's one of those things, I feel like it's kind of like an unspoken thing that, like, or maybe some people do, I speak about it, but a lot of British people don't like Mr. Bean. I don't know, I feel like he's popular everywhere except the UK. I mean, there's obviously people in the UK that do like Mr. Bean because he did have enough success of a movie and whatever, but I feel like most people you ask that like Rowan Atkinson, they're like, oh yeah, I love Rowan Atkinson, but not Mr. Bean. I don't know. Have you watched the cartoon? I don't know, any Brits want to come forward? Are you Mr. Bean fans? I just saw the movie, but I was just like, He was popular in Japan, I think, too. We had him at the Olympics, though, but I mean, I felt like it was more global recognition rather than actual adoration by the British public. Love Rowan Atkinson, though, but he's so much more than Mr. Bean to me, like, obviously Blackadder. It was after your time, but you remember seeing the commercials? Jimbo and the Jet Set. I think that's what I was thinking a minute ago when we were talking about cartoons. Jimbo. But yeah, I used to like Tugs. That's such like lost media now almost. I mean, it's not lost. You can watch it on YouTube, but it's just forgotten about. You saw him was in Hot Shots. What? I don't think I've... What? That's a film, isn't it? I don't know who's in that. My sister likes that film, I think. Not one of his greatest characters. I think, yeah. But the thing is with Mr. Bean is it's kind of universal comedy. It doesn't need language to be funny. It's just pure slapstick. But I don't mind slapstick because I actually really like the TV series called Some Mothers Do Have 'Em, which is incredibly slapstick. But I feel like there's a lot more to it than Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean as a character, I don't like him. I think he's just annoying. Because he doesn't talk really, does he? I find it's very childish, whereas Some Others Do Have Them, I think is very, very funny. I admire Mr. Bean's stunts though, but it's just, maybe if I watched it I would enjoy it more, but I remember as a kid I just found it kind of annoying. I watched the film, I remember watching that at school and just thinking it was meh. Love Red Dwarf, definitely love Red Dwarf. I grew up on Red Dwarf because my older siblings loved it. I watched a lot of like 80s comedy, British comedy because of my older siblings. I didn't have a lot of say in the matter. 80s, 90s British comedy that wasn't necessarily age appropriate, but it was just always on. Like I used to watch Men Behaving Badly when I was like probably 7 or 8, and that was so not appropriate. Maybe 10, I don't even know. I don't know how old I was. I used to watch The Fast Show as well, and that wasn't really age appropriate at the beginning. I grew up as the show grew as well though, but I feel like an overgrown 12-year-old. Yeah, it's just, meh. You need to give Red Dwarf a proper watch. Red Dwarf is a real awkward one though. Or you watch the young ones. See, I can't remember, like my brother-in-law loved the young ones and he introduced me to the young ones. I don't mind it, it's not my favourite thing. I don't think it's aged so well. I think it captures a youth of the era a bit more than some of the other shows do. It's not my generation. But I can't remember if my other brother, my mum hates it though. But I think that's the point. I think your mum is supposed to hate the young ones. That was the whole point of the show. I remember, I do feel like my brother liked the young ones but didn't like Bottom. It was a bit more too vulgar. But young ones is fun. Obviously with Cliff Richard in it. is good. Customers is a huge Red Dwarf fan. Oh, that's sweet. Catches the era great. Yeah, it's just Thatchism kind of punk and protesting and stuff kind of era, which is not my generation at all. I'm very much a 90s child. I was alive in the 80s, but only for a few years. British Beavis and Butthead. I don't think I've ever watched that much. I mean, I've seen bits of it when it was on TV, but I always just thought it was kind of stupid. Whereas the young ones I would actually watch a bit more. I used to watch the Comic Strip Presents as well, which was a lot of the similar people in it. Rick Mayall's in that, and who's the other guy? I think he's in the Comic Strip Presents. Why isn't this working? This is supposed to just move to the left. Can't do it. It's not functioning correctly. I can't make it move because I'm going to fall off. This is very silly. Oh, if you crouch it works. That's very dumb. How should you put the showism? I haven't seen it in so long. To really accommodate. Was the film, was that Bottom, Hotel Paradiso, was that Bottom? Or just the same actors? I'm waiting for the music to come back because I want to drink this coffee. God, the silence. Hotel Paradiso. It's a big movie with Rick Mayall in and the other guy, I think. Oh no, it's not. That's not the film I'm talking about. There's something called Hotel something. Guest House Paradiso. Sorry, it's not hotel, it's Guest House. It's a spin-off of Bottom. 1999 movie. Yeah, Guest House Paradiso. That was quite a big film. But yeah, I used to watch so much Red Dwarf when I was a kid. Like up to, I watched Series 7 when it first aired, but none of my family, we didn't like Series 7. I only ended up watching it all later as an adult. Series 7 and 8. But Series 1 to 6, we love that. The thing is, if you're going to watch Red Dwarf, it's hard to judge like whether somebody will or won't like Red Dwarf, to be honest. I can't speak. Oh, what are these bitches doing? I need the platforms to come down. Is the game broken? Oh my god, I think the game's broken. Are you fucking kidding me? Why did we die? That's great. Oh, okay. They grew on you. Yeah, nobody likes 7 and 8. It's because Red Dwarf is funny. The main reason is Red Dwarf is funny because it's a sitcom with a very limited cast and it works off the dynamics of the 4 characters. And when you bring the entire crew back, it's just changes the dynamic too much. The whole funniness of it is Lister is the last human in the galaxy, That's the comedy of the show. It's the core of the show, that dynamic of these four absolute loners in space. So bringing everybody back just kind of changes that dynamic too much. Christine Kachansky also destroys the dynamic of the relationships of the characters. She doesn't fit, she doesn't work. And that's the problem with those two seasons. It's the wrong dynamic. And they figured that out and went back to what makes it work in the modern one. Series 9 but is shit, but Back to Earth, that's garbage. But 10 and 11 were fantastic. Really differs from the others as well. I think with Red Dwarf as well, I think Series 1 is not great to try and sell the show. I don't think Series 1 will win that many people over. I think Red Dwarf doesn't really get into its proper stride until Crichton shows up. He's the missing dynamic that needs to be in the show. And he doesn't appear until Series 2, and he doesn't really appear until Series 3. And Series 3 is when Red Dwarf hits its stride, really. Like, Series 3, 4, 5, and 6 are fantastic. 2 is pretty good. 1 is fine, it's just different. It's just a very low budget kind of dialogue driven sitcom, whereas I prefer the format later on. You know, it's like Monster of the Week. You're seeing double here for James Pons. I like the Monster of the Week format that it goes with later on, and like I said, Crichton's like almost like the Marge Simpson. You know, you need Marge Simpson to make The Simpsons funny because Homer is too much without her. You need that disapproving sense of reason sometimes to just sort of make the other characters pull them back down to earth a little bit. And Crichton does that, but then Crichton's also funny because he's so ridiculously dull, like, and it's him trying to be less dull that's funny. Because I've always thought some of the funniest characters are often those types of characters, like in The Simpsons. I think Marge is the funniest character in the show. Every time you start selling Red Dwarf as a series to new people, 1 to 2 looks dated, 3 for 6 are gold, yeah. I think 2 has some great moments though. I think the episode Crichton from Series 2 is one of the funniest in the show. I think it's hilarious. Like when they're all the fucking skeletons at the table. What did they say about now, ladies? I don't want to alarm you, but he's a really, really cool guy. He's got loads of girlfriends. It's just great. You know. It's just so funny. And like, you've hardly touched your soup. Where are your manners? Can you call me? It's such a funny episode. Hey, Doan, how are you? No, Series 2 is really good. Queeg is the one that I don't like either. Queeg is my least favourite. But you know what's funny? My sister loves that one. It's one of her favourites, but I don't like that. They got less meat on the chicken nugget. It's just funny. Are they all... Hands up, ladies, who's alive? Or yeah, it's a great series. It's just, Series 2 doesn't really function very well as a whole. It feels a bit hodgepodgey of ideas, I think, but whatever. My favourite Red Dwarf episode is Quarantine from Series 5. That's my favourite, but I do like revisiting it more recently. I forgot how hilarious Crichton episode is. Parallel Universe, Stay Asleep, Better. Yeah, Better Than Life is a great one. Watch out for the Shack Attack. I remember which episode it is in which series. I have a rough idea of them. I remember where my favourites are. Series 3 is like, what is it, Polymorph, which is a good one. Backwards is a great, like, iconic Red Dwarf episode Backwards is, and that's Series 3, isn't it? I think Series 3 is where they really hammered in the iconic episodes and ideas. Which one's the Angels and Demons in? That's the fun one, with the strawberries, the cloning things, and the good characters and the bad characters. That's good. Time slides, yeah, they're all good. I mean, I used to watch them over and over as a kid. I think it's Series 5, yeah. Legion. Which is Legion? Is that the like Justice? It's not Justice, is it? Legion's the one with the chopsticks, isn't it? But I can't remember what the premise of the plot is. Is it like you only one of them? They can be happy forever if they stay here or something. I mix it up with Justice. Yeah, it was kind of fun because it was also a little bit creepy as a kid. It was a bit dark. You know, like the Sirens episode. Also, hey, by the way, Darren, I don't know if I actually addressed you properly, but hello there. Hope you're good. Makes Ribbons hardline. Yeah, he tempts them all to stay forever, doesn't he? And I remember it like in The Mask, it's like all their faces or something. Hollow Ship. Quarantine's so good. Quarantine just has so many cracking lines. Mr. Flibble. The king of the potato people. I've said before, but I used to play a game on the Atari ST called Chaos. And, oh, you can stand on those top hats? I don't think you can do that on the other one. But I used to have this game called Chaos, and it just had loads of sound effects, some like British comedy stuff, but it had tons of Red Dwarf stuff, so lots of those are in my head, like Rimmer going like, marvellous, this is from one episode, and Pingle Square Me, blah blah blah, or something like that, which I think is like from Whitehall, but it was like this wizard combat game, and you had to like fight, and whenever you did spells, it would play some quote from some 80s media thing, and like you did the teleport, and it would do that quote from Red Dwarf. I can't remember what other Red Dwarf quotes were on that now. What is it? I think that might have been on it as well. Oh, and it would also, I think it would say howdy doodly doo when you started the game off. Flip it up, flip, blop, blip. Had quotes from other stuff as well, like Blade Runner, Happy Halloween, ladies, and Fish Called Wanda and Blackadder. I don't remember, is it Hugh Laurie says in Blackadder or something like, cover me with eggs and flour and bake me for 14 minutes or something like that? Was a quote that was in this game. It's kind of impressive looking back at it, the Atari ST having all these like voice clips in a little little game. It's like a little homebrew thing as well. I believe it's like a proper game, but the ST version was just something else. I'd love to replay it. I don't even know where it is. We had it on a disc somewhere, and like last Christmas I found my brother-in-law's old Atari, well my nephew did, and we were digging through all his old like discs and stuff, because he's passed away unfortunately, but we were looking through it all and reminiscing. More me than my nephew, because my nephew was a bit too young to really remember that era really. But he used to have Chaos on a disc, and I don't know where it is. I'd love to give it another go. We booted up like Dungeon Master and Monkey Island with the pirate wheel. Ooh. I'm always in the mood to rewatch Red Dwarf though, but I still need to see the The movie, the cat movie, I've never seen that. It just became difficult to get access to stuff like that. Whew. My sister always liked a comedy show. It was called Chelmsford 123, and almost nobody knows the show, I swear, except my sister. It had like one season. It probably aired like once, and my sister recorded it and was obsessed with it. But she used to watch this Chelmsford 123 TV show. It was on like Channel 4. What's going on here then? Oh. Ooh. All these extra lives. You watched it once, you want to watch it again? I've seen everything except that film. Bum 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 bum. Waiting for God on the follow-up episode. I hate that episode though. I hope it's better than that episode. I always thought it was really creepy. I don't like that elderly cat guy, it creeps me out. Story-wise, no, I imagine it is, because it's all about the cats, but... What is it? I've burned my sacred whatever. Oh, I don't know. Does anybody, this will be definitely Brits only probably, but does anybody remember like a comedy show that was on in the 90s, I think? I think it was called The Strangerers, and it had, oh god, the guy that plays Ron Weasley's dad in it, I think, who's in Red Dwarf, he plays Lister's friend, I've forgotten his name. Not Peter. No. He's in the Fast Club, the Fast Show as well, and then also the other guy from the Fast Show, the one that plays I can't think of any characters now. They were both in it. It was called like The Strangers, and it had like one season. It was like two alien men or something on the planet Earth. I don't think it was hugely successful. We're at the end of the game already. Deja vu of yesterday. Can I get 2 hits in? Oh, I can. And a third. Don't greed. Oops. Woo! The end. Super James Pond is no more. Seemed quick. Well, it's been 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Long game for a platformer. Finished it yesterday as well, but on the Mega Drive. Whee! What should we do now? Home Alone 2. The boss, because I know what I'm doing. He's a bit of an arse for people that haven't played it before, I think, but I know what to do. I got my strats. Well done, the world is safe. For now. Om. Om. Well, that was Super James Pond on the Super Nintendo. Super Star Wars, but is that Christmassy? I can't finish Super Star Wars though, it's hard as balls. I don't know. Home Alone 2. Super Star Wars. Thanks for saving the world. It's just a Sunday for me. I'm always saving the world. Thanks. You should be thanking Mike Ball, Chris Sorrell, and Rory Fielding. And press start. GG. It was, wasn't it? What should we do now?